meteorologist Andy Parker. Andy, how is it out there? It hasn't blown you away just yet, huh?
Still windy right now, and it's going to be that way right through the overnight. We have some window rattlers coming our way, wind gusts that'll go 50 to 60 miles an hour. You know, there are times when we transition from season to season. Now, you can actually draw a line and say this was the day it changed. Remember those 80s we had in October? Well, when those ended, the rest of the month, that was it. It tanked. Let today be another one of those lines in the sand that once we cross it, we're going into a different season. I'll show you what we've got. This is what we have here at 6 o'clock. It is very windy. We're getting bounced around up on Skywatch 7. 51. It's a very interesting number. Put that in your head for a moment. We've got these winds that are roaring in at 33 miles an hour, wind gusts that are well beyond that. Let's get to those wind gusts, okay? 51 is the temperature in Buffalo, and 52 in the Falls, 53 in Middleport. Now look at this. We've got a 51 mile an hour wind gust just reported in Niagara Falls last hour. Those have become more numerous as we see the strength of these winds come howling right up the length of the lake. It actually shoved Lake Erie to this side by a number of feet, and we've got a lakeshore advisory because of that as well. Let's do the winds first. Anything you see shaded in gold or brown, depending upon your color scheme on your TV at home, that's where you're going to get the big gusts tonight. It's still windy inland, just not as bad. Now that lakeshore flood warning, meaning you're going to get some erosion with big waves, and you've also got about a 6 or 7 foot increase above low water datum, and that means that some folks are going to find that their docks are underwater, portions of canal side sitting underwater tonight. All right, this is good enough to break some branches. We've already seen that. I actually saw one come down myself, and that'll be the case right through the rest of the overnight. Not to mention, it's going to help rake the leaves from one lawn to another for you. And as far as the rain goes, there are some rain showers. Now, I didn't have the umbrella up, nor could I with that wind, but you are seeing some of these areas south of the city. This is moving inland. That should traverse sections of Cattaraugus County shortly. At the bus stop tomorrow, bundle them up. While it'll be in the 40s, we're going to have these gusty winds outside, and there will be a few showers. The look ahead certainly tells a story. The wicked winds tonight, rain to snow on Saturday, and then lake snow next week. Let me show you what we have and where it's going to be over the next 24 hours. You can see the plume of lake effect rain pushing inland, and then that'll linger kind of in the south towns and sections of the southern tier, the Boston Hills right through the day tomorrow, not necessarily the north towns. So the south towns will be a little soggier than our friends to the north. It's going to be cold and windy everywhere tomorrow. 40s. May feel like the 30s when you factor in these wind gusts, and we already showed you where the showers will be. Now, I mentioned the switchover from Friday to Saturday. That's when we usher in cold enough air, the 30s, to have some of the snow stick to the ground. Right now, favored areas are going to be anywhere from the Boston Hills right down into the higher elevations of Chautauqua and Cattaraugus County. That's a good gust. Can hear that one at home, but this is what I want you to look at. Next week, a prolonged period of temperatures that hover near 32 degrees, and that means we're going to fire up that lake effect machine, and that's enough energy to keep it running right on for a number of days. We're going to take you to a short break. Stick around. Matt Bovan, just saw him walk into the studio. He's got your sports coming up next.